Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Kajuk pendon kam deki kor ki bor bathamai kadang kala na kowe kapor sa kowe pan pat kadon kam ru iki Samla ban tip ha bayade bakani na kalyang kadon Bosco Technical School ha kaji trailang bat ka Toyota Kirloskar motor kila play pat ba ya ka 63 Dbts ha Don Bosco Technical School Shillong ban Jinghikai iki Samla kat kum ki kor ki bor jong kani kajuk ha bakran kani ka sngi kum ka kong san ka kong amparin kalai khublai kerpang ya ka Don Bosco ka bala Jinghikai ki hajar ngut ki Samla ha kilang ba pher badling ba jongka shibon ki Samla kin yo ban yang hala ki jongki kijat mat yo ru ban ai kam ai jam mi ki weiru ka kong ling do ala kentu ya ka titam ban hikai ki Samla bikin tip kumno ban maramat iki kali ki bathamai ki badai jong kani ka juk ba mentah kalau ong ru baki pat ba mentah ki sngotenat ban thi iki kali ramdor hendai habaya dei ba ka jing pha pet ye ki lada don jing thot ki haban net chdo Guwahati bat ka ni ka bu jing e shibun kala jing mut ru da ka ba ong ba kan bha shibun lada ka Dbts kan plie da ka jakashna khnang baki pat ba ken sok bat kim dan kam shu ban net chdu Guwahati ha kani ka sngi la don nang ru country head but executive vice chairman ka TKM Vikram Gulati u principal ka Dbts Father Arcadius Puwen u Father James Thernyang bat kiwe
Training is also supportive training, and I'm so happy that Toyota has come forward. I was wondering whether it was a CSR program, but Sir has just said that this is a program that is designed from other sources. Now that's very, very good. Father Arcadius, you are a great leader in this institution, sir. And I think the students are very, very lucky to have you in this place, because you are a person who's very keyed in and interested in making sure that our citizens, young citizens, prepare themselves for good opportunities of employment in their adult lives. The number of children that come to me seeking for admission in this institution is crazy. But what I worry most is when I follow up with kids whose fees I have paid, kids whose training I have supported. When I follow up with them after 2 years, sadly many of them have just disappeared into oblivion. They disappear and they just don't do anything. So coming to Don Bosco Technical School, making an MLA request, Father Principal, what's the point if you're not going to be using that training productively? So Father, whenever Madam says, please give seat, don't listen. You evaluate the child first. Because really, I have spent so much money from my personal sources and other sources on educating kids from my constituency and various programs in Don Bosco. I'm so happy that in this turnaround of technology, we have Sir Vikram Gulati representing the entire Toyota team. I will not remember everybody's name, please pardon me, but exceptional, exceptional dedication for Toyota to come all the way to Meghalaya and set up an institution like this and be willing to partner with, of course you've got the right partner, for sure, but coming all the way here and actually are willing to train our kids in these new modern technologies in vehicles. You will not believe it. Nobody drives a Maruti 800 anymore. About 20 years back, Maruti 800 was the most happening vehicle. But today you see, nobody cares about Maruti 800. Nobody sees a carburetor in a vehicle. Of course, drivers like us should learn at least how to change the tires in case we get stuck anywhere in the jungle. But the point in trying to drive home to these young people is go earn for yourselves. Go seek employment. Believe me, don't think that if you're a graduate with 45%, you have a high rate in the market. It's better you have a TTEP certificate program from Don Bosco than to go for 3 years and come up with a result which is just 45-50% BA or BCom. You will not get jobs. This is something you have to understand. Yeah, see, problem with the state of Meghalaya is that many people imagine that okay, chalo, let's have a 10 to 5 job with government. That's not the way. Look at my job. I had a government job. I left it to join politics. Every 5 years I have an exam. I have to pass the exam, otherwise I'm mystery. I was earning 1.75 lakhs per month. I left it because I got this calling that I should be there for the people of the state of Meghalaya to bring about good changes, good policies, good planning. And fortunately, my constituency voted for me and I've become a veteran in this job. Now, I cannot understand why parents also see girls and boys. Don't think that your value in society, if you meet somebody and you want to marry that somebody, you're about to meet the family of that person, you don't have to have a very fancy degree to be married. You can also have a good certificate, technical course from this institution and tell your mother-in-law to be, your father-in-law to be, your wife to be that, look, this, at least I will not leave your daughter hungry. See? And then people are complaining. Hey, what is this government doing? Nothing. Zero. No. Not true. Not true. Now, Father, what we need to do now, both fathers, Father Jane, another very good leader. You remember in 20 years ago when we met, 20 years ago when I started talking about technical education, people were saying Amreen has gone mad. She doesn't know what she's talking about. We have to keep bringing graduates who are useless into the market. But today as we speak, you know that that is not true. It's okay, I was talking when I was Labour Minister then. I was speaking, I was pushing, and today you have Toyota. Now Father, what we need to do next is if Toyota can help you bring, the next step, help you bring a workshop. I remember when I was a kid, Father, my dad would never let any other institution touch his cars except Don Bosco Technical School. So yes, you have now shifted. You have shifted to full-time education more than repairs in mechanics. But Father, we need to have, because these new vehicles that are coming will not have. I cannot imagine that if you buy a Mercedes or you buy a, what is that? Lamborghini. You have to go all the way to Guwahati even for servicing. Yes, for small servicing of a vehicle, you have to take it all the way there. Father, please talk to Toyota. Toyota, please help us. Set up. If not Don Bosco Technical School, set up in in one of your institutions, somewhere there, so that you don't distract yourself from technical education, which is very important. But it means you take it to one of your neighboring parishes and have this. Because, so we all want fancy vehicles, but no one's there to fix our vehicles. So the other day when Department of Health was giving me a vehicle, they gave me a Toyota, and it doesn't have a review mirror, it doesn't have nice looking seats, it doesn't matter, not that I want style. But I was just thinking that, okay, if I have to at least make this vehicle a little more easy for me to travel. That car is for me to go to the villages, not for me to show off and ride all over the shows. I don't do that. I have my own personal car when I need to do that. But Toyota saying that, oh, it will take at least 1 month. So you can see the demand. It's a demand-driven situation. So let's hope that your master trainer will now be ready to train others. And we need hybrid vehicles are in. Electric vehicles are in. I was just getting a big tuition from Sir Vikram about modern technology, carbon emission, and all of that. Because tomorrow day after tomorrow, I have a climate change panel discussion where people from all over the world are coming, and government of Meghalaya has told me to represent them. So I was wondering, what will I talk about? So see, there you go. Today I met you, and then I'm going to talk about that. You're telling citizens that you will not pay tax. In Delhi, they don't pay tax. Customers don't pay tax if you buy electric vehicles, tax-free, or even hybrid. My only worry is, like Sir was saying, what happens to the previous batches of students who did other aspects of mechanics. Shouldn't we call them back for at least, a refresher course? Father, you have to get back these kids, because Father, I'll tell you what, this is the way people are. They want us to feed them, they want us to chew the food for them, they want us to do everything for them. But I would like to see that the state of Meghalaya changes. We should have young, dynamic, young people. What are you doing for yourself? Are you doing anything? So when you condemn us, you should also ask yourselves, so you are very fortunate. And I will have hope for any child, preferably from my constituency, I will buy the tools. And maybe you only give the topper, 2 or 3 toppers, where I provide the tools. Funds should come in by first week August. Let me also collaborate with you for that. Let's make these kids totally more fun. We should make them totally ready to face the world. And let me tell you, if you're in a private sector, unorganized sector like this, when you pass out, no 10 to 5. No 10 to 5 job, you have to work on demand. You get bonuses, you get paid extra, you will work in shifts. So this is something that we have, it's a new model of our lives. We have to look at how our lives are changing. And I hope that we will be able to, partner further with Toyota. Thank you so much.
We are honored to be a part of this institute, to join hands with this institute, to be here with you today. You've honored us. Thank you so much. And we are so grateful that this institute with a legacy of 100 years is now reaching out with us and ASTC to take its legacy even further ahead. So thank you so much. That is the message I'd like to give to begin. Toyota in India, we have a vision statement. It reads, grow India, grow with India. And when I was sitting there, I was just tempted to just think about that. And it's so deep. If you want to look at an organization and its desire to grow, it cannot grow unless the society grows, the country grows, and the community grows. So skilling and being a part of that endeavor is something that's very dear to us. We've been working in the space of skilling practically from the day we started operations. And TTEP goes all the way back to 2006, the program that we're talking about today. Now it has a foothold in almost all the states. This is the 63rd center. And this is aimed at bringing up skills and technicians in the area of automotive maintenance, which is so critical for us, for any OEM, to deliver true customer satisfaction. And especially so when the technology is so evolving. What you saw of an automobile perhaps 10 or even 5 years ago is no longer valid today. And what you will see of an automobile 5 years hence will be completely different. So a very fast-paced, evolving part of the economy and industry, and this is where we really want to get involved with institutes like Don Bosco to be able to impart quality skilling initiatives, to be able to generate the skilled technicians of the future who can take the country ahead. Of course, on similar lines, we also have a program called the Toyota Technical Training Institute. That program deals with the other part, which is producing ever better and top quality vehicles. That's on the side of manufacturing. Now, what's common between the two? The common between the two is our endeavor to focus on especially rural areas, especially hinterland, and try to give opportunity of skilling to segments of community who perhaps otherwise may not have had the benefit to get this. So our latest endeavors in terms of TTAP is try to expand our foothold into states where we haven't been there, focus on students who come from rural areas, and we see that once we do this, there is a challenge. The challenge is how to get that student to come, because of financial hardship, it's very difficult, and yet that's why yesterday we launched the STAR initiative, which seeks to give a very substantial scholarship for enabling this opportunity to be availed by truly meritorious students who come from slightly difficult, economically difficult backgrounds, but otherwise have huge merit. So the STAR program basically seeks to give support not only for the tuition fee, but also for hostel, but also for giving some money back to home. So that is a program that we just started yesterday. Now I'm sure that this program that we're starting here today will go further, and as we were discussing while we were about to come to this event, we were already discussing with the Honorable Principal and other senior management of Don Bosco how eager we are to spread this with their support and with the support of the SDC, who's been a true partner to take this ahead. So to conclude, I'd like to thank the management of Don Bosco. I'd like to thank the government of Meghalaya, who is so progressive and is so supportive, is so motivating, that we have Her Excellency the Minister being present here to motivate us all. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.